regarding the disappearance of time, or the speeding up of time, or time being warped in your awareness. This is due to the newer higher energies that one is experiencing at this time. Indeed, it may appear to one that an incident took place a few weeks ago, when in fact it was yesterday, because the vibration that one has aspired to is allowing time to not get in the way, for it is not to be so much of a thing anymore. It is not blossom that if one were to release time from the memory, there would be a greater flow within the natural balance of the self. It's difficult to compare our place to yours, but with time we hope you get there. We are more interested in being, therefore doing what brings us joy, and because there is no competition where we are, there is always help and support coming from those around us who agree with our idea of fun, of joy. All we do is for the joy of the being, and in the process we discover new things, new ideas, new resources, and get to use these. We don't have governments ruling over us, for each and every member of our society is free. But we have learned to live as free beings, while at the same time respecting every other being we live with. We've learned to temper our freedom, in other words, to do what it is we want to do without having another pay the price. Our being is one of expression. We love to express ourselves through joy. Rarely do we find that our joy infringes on someone else, and therefore we don't have any rules to guard against that or someone's freedom. Which means the changes always come as an agreed upon collective choice. This is where you are moving now through your ascension process. Your ascension process that is indeed beginning to pick up steam, very much so, even if it does not appear to be that way, certainly not at all times. But again, as much as you can, whenever you think about it, simply raise your vibration, however you've learned to do it. Whether you use crystals, whether you use energy transference, whatever it is to raise your vibration, just as you have done in your meditations, working with the chakra centers. That is always a good way to raise your vibration. If music does it for you, beautiful music that heightens you, brings you to the next level of your being, bringing that blissful feeling music. Animals, the expressions of animals around you. Whatever it is that works for you, find that in your life and express that more and more as you can. Because there is going to be more and more important to you as these times come forward, as the dominoes begins to fall more and more, to find that joy in that moment, even though it will be a time seemingly like a fleeting joy. Once again, we ask you to look back at the old you, the one that was stubborn, that one that was unforgiving, the one that had no time for others and their positioning in this movie, display whichever word you feel to use. Well, I would call it my life, my world. I know it is my life in this plane, this movie, yet nonetheless, although again, as you also state, it is still very much my life that I'm living. Yes, it is not these days, blossom, that you feel detached from all the goings on and just flow downstream, accepting what is, and not allowing emotions to take you the unnecessary depths that the ego mind wants to sell to you. So, in those times, do you not feel, which you not consider yourself to be an actor playing out the role? I see what you are saying and actually choosing to be an actress in this life, in this acting role. I can relate even more to the doing of, making it appear real and yet really only just acting. For one, we don't have a government that dictates to us every little thing we need to do. We don't have a government, for we operate as one body, where every member is responsible for themselves. Their actions, their responses, their way of being in the world. We don't have rules, so we don't have laws as a result. It's difficult to compare our place to yours, but with time we hope you get there. We are more interested in being, therefore, doing what brings us joy. And because there is no competition where we are, there is always help and support coming from those around us who agree with our idea of joy. All we do is for the joy of the being, and in the process, we discover new things, new ideas, new resources, and get to use these. But you know, that is just simply a part of the illusion. That you can move beyond that illusion, move beyond that expression, and always reach for the skies, reach for the highest level of your being. Reach for your higher self within you. Let your higher self catapult you higher and higher and higher in the moment, in each and every moment that you can. And certainly, you've learned throughout the many, many lives that you've been here. And even before you came here to this evolution here on this planet, you knew how to experience the highest levels of your being. And that continues on into yourselves these days. It is all there within you. You just simply have to reach for it. Reach for it in every moment that you can. Because it is there. It is there for you to express, for you to feel it within yourselves, and then express it outward to others so they can learn from you. Not so much feel it from you, although they might, but to learn from you, to see with their own eyes the expression of joy and bliss within you. And that will catapult them, just as you were catapulted earlier on in parts of your life, and lives before this, to find that joy. To catapult to that joy, to find the experience of love expressed within you, the source expressed within you.